So students, today we will be discussing the manual muscle testing procedure for trunk, in which we will be completing the movements for trunk flexion, trunk extension, trunk rotation, and pelvis elevation. So trunk flexion movement is done by mainly the rectus abdominis muscle along with the external and internal obliques. So let's start with the trunk flexion MMT. For grade 3, we'll start with the grade 3. We'll ask the patient to be in supine lying position and both the arms are raised above the horizontal level. If the patient has weakness of hip flexors, so the therapist can stabilize with the forearm at the level of the thigh or at the level of the ankle to stabilize. Otherwise, if the patient has stronger muscles, the therapist need not touch the patient. And we will simply ask the patient to get up from the couch. You just have to raise your head and shoulders above the bed. Yes. So that the inferior angle of scapula is clear of the couch. Just go down. So this will be grade 3. For grade 4, we will change the hand position and hands folded across the chest. And in this position only, just stabilize at the level of the thigh and ask the patient to raise your head and shoulders off the table, so that the inferior angle is again clear. Just go down from the table. Now for grade 5, both the hands will be clasped behind the head and simply again you will stabilize at the level of the thigh and you will ask the patient to raise the head and shoulders off the table. Just go back. Only the inferior angle of scapula should be clear from the couch. So that was for grade 3, 4 and 5. Now for grade 2, there are different ways to check for the grade 2 MMT. First is the grade 3, when we are raising the hands above the horizontal level and then we ask the patient to raise the head and shoulders. If the patient is not able to clear the inferior angle of scapula from the floor, that will be from the couch, that will be grade 2. Or if the patient is, suppose the patient has a head weakness, if the patient is not able to raise the head, then what next? You can go for different alternative. Okay, if the patient is not able to lift the head because of weakness of the neck flexors, so either you can raise the head with the help of a pillow, or the therapist can just raise the head passively, and then we will ask the patient to lift the shoulders. So if the patient is going to do, and if you can see the depression of the rib cage along with the contraction of the abdominals, so that also will be grade 2. Another sequence is you can ask the patient to do simple cuffing. If the patient is cuffing, just do slight cuff. You can see the depression of the rib cage and contraction of the abdominals. So if there is a depression of rib cage and if the patient is able to do cuff, that will be taken as grade 2. And if the patient is not able to cuff, but you can just palpate the contraction of rectus abdominis just in line with the linea alba, in the effort to cuff, that will be taken as grade 1. And in grade 0, there will be no palpable or visible muscle contraction. Now that was for trunk flexion. Similarly, we can do for trunk rotation also. So the position of patient will be supine lying. If the hip flexors are weak, you will have to stabilize at the level of the thighs. And for trunk rotation, the muscles are external and internal oblique. Right. So for grade 3, we will ask the patient to raise the hands above the horizontal level. And the patient has to take left knee towards the right, left shoulder towards the right knee. Just rotate to knee, towards knee. And the inferior angle of the other side of the scapula should be clear from the couch. Similarly, can you just repeat it for this side? Yes. So you can see the inferior angle of the scapula is clear. So this will be grade 3 for the oblique. When the patient is rotating towards left, so that will be the testing of right side external oblique and left side internal oblique muscle. For grade 4, the arms will be folded across the chest, and we will again ask the patient to take the right elbow towards the left knee, and we will again see the inferior angle of scapula is clear. For grade 5, the patient has to clasp the hands behind the head, and we will ask the patient to again take right elbow towards left knee, and this inferior angle of scapula is clear from the floor. For grade 2, the technique will be same as we discussed for the trunk flexion. Either it will be a partial range of motion in grade 3 position, or either the patient, if the patient is not able to lift the head, then we will have to support the head, and then we ask the patient to perform the maneuver, or we ask the patient to do cuffing. So the technique will be same except for grade 1. For grade 1, the palpation of external and internal oblique muscles. How we palpate? The technique is you just have to ask the patient to, if the patient is trying to lift the head, you will palpate external oblique and internal oblique as if you are placing your two hands in your pocket. So if I'm placing my right hand, this is the right external oblique and this is the left internal oblique. So when the patient is trying to just raise the hand over the shoulder level, and when the patient is trying to rotate to the opposite side, so if I'm placing the hand here, so this will be the right external oblique, and placing the hand on the opposite side will be the, you can palpate the contraction of the left internal oblique. Okay. Now we will be going for MMT test for the trunk extension. Now the trunk extensor muscles are separate for the lumbar extension and the thoracic extension. Grade 4 and 5 techniques are slightly different for thoracic and lumbar extensors, and grade 3 and below, the techniques will be common for both the groups. So let's start with the grade 4 and 5 for lumbar extensor. The patient position will be prone lying, and for grade 5 lumbar extension, the body will be completely supported in the couch, and we'll ask the patient to place the clasped hands on the, behind the head. In case of weakness of the hip extensors, you can stabilize at the level of the thigh, or you can stabilize at the level of the ankle. So let's say if I'm stabilizing at the level of the thigh, and then I will ask the patient to raise the head, shoulders and chest as high as you can. So if the patient is able to hold it like a lock, that will be grade 5. But if there is some kind of giving way, if there is some kind of shaking movement, so that will be taken as grade 4. Okay. For thoracic extension, grade 4 and 5, the patient will be slightly out of the couch till the nipple level of this. And just lower the body and place. The patient body will be out of the couch till the nipple area, slightly more, and you will stabilize at the level of the thighs, and both the hands will be clasped behind the head for grade 4 and 5, and then we will ask the patient to come up, raise your head, shoulders and chest as high as you can. So in grade 5, the patient will be holding the position strongly, and in grade 4, there will be some kind of shakiness. Okay, now come down. Grade 3 will be same for both thoracic and lumbar extensors. Patient will be in prone lying, hands by the side of the body, slightly lifted above the horizontal plane. Therapist stabilizing at the level of the thighs, and then we will ask the patient to raise the head, shoulders and chest off the couch as high as you can. So for grade 3, the umbilical should be clear from the couch. And for grade 4, it will be just a partial range of motion. For grade 1, you can palpate the thoracic and lumbar extensors in the paraspinal area. So when I ask the patient to just try to raise the shoulder, head and shoulders, so here I can palpate the thoracic extensors, and in the lumbar paraspinal area, I can palpate the lumbar extensors. So that was for the extensor group. Now the last MMT for the trunk group is the pelvis elevation, which is done by quadratus lumborum along with the assistance from the external and internal oblique. So the therapist will be in supine line. The patient will be in supine line, the therapist at the level of the patient's foot, raising the patient's lower limb, one lower limb, and holding at the level of the ankle, and one hold at the level of the knee. And I will ask the patient to just raise the left pelvis towards the rib cage. This left hip, just hike it, just as if you're doing this hip hiking.
Okay.
Just leave it. Just yes, hike it towards the rib cage. So if the patient is doing this, relax. Just do it again. So if the patient is hiking the hip towards the rib cage, so that will be grade 3. Now just hike it again. Hold it, and the therapist is trying to just pull the leg down. Don't let me break that hold. So if I'm giving a strong resistance and don't let me pull the leg down. So this will be grade 4 and 5. They will just have slight difference. So that requires your clinical experience and expertise to differentiate. For grade 2, again you are holding at the level of the ankle and at the level of the knee, and ask the patient to just raise the pelvis towards the rib cage, and that will be just a partial range of motion. And grade 1, quadratus lumborum are the deeper group of muscles, so they cannot be palpated. So that was the MMT for the trunk group.